Hi everyone. Now we will learn how we can display data on the UI in Laravel, and that data should be come from the database only. So in last part we created one table with the name of students. So this data we will display on the UI properly. So what we need to do for that, first of all we'll do everything from the scratch. Even whatever we did in the last part, that I'll remove, so that we will have some more hands on for this creating view, controller and model and everything, and database connection. So first of all, we will create a model view controller. We will call view from the controller. After that, we will pass data to the view from controller. Then we will use for each loop to display the data over the UI side in the Blade template file. And at last, we'll discuss some important interview question also. This is Laravel 13 playlist that will definitely help you out for Laravel job project and interviews. You can watch this playlist. Link is given in the description box. Perfect. So now let's come to the code, and first of all what I'll do, I'll just close everything and I'll create three things. First I'll create model, then controller, then view. So let me create this PHP artisan make model, and model name is basically, let's say, student. That thing I already told you in the last part also, like your model name should be singular and your table name, database table name should be plural. After that, you don't need to mention the table name anywhere. It will automatically get connected with your model basically. All right. After that, let's create a controller also, PHP artisan make controller name, which is, let's say, student controller, enter. And now let's create view also, PHP artisan make view, and view name we can mention there, let's say student. Yeah, so all three files are created. Now what we need to do, let's go to the student controller. There we don't have any function so to fetch the data. So what I'll do, I'll just create a function index, and for now I am just returning their index function so that this is working fine or not, right? And now let's move to the web.php to create a route for this. So I'll go to the web.php. These are already created routes, so I'll just remove them. Now let me put the path of this student controller also, and let me create route. Route type will be the get, route method will be the get, and there I'll just get this data on the root only. And then in the second parameter I'll take array, and inside this I have to put this class name colon class, and in the second parameter I'll take their index function. Perfect. Okay, so now let's try to run it if this is working. Yep, index function is getting called, perfectly working fine. So now in the student controller we have to call this student model, right? So the simplest way is you can just copy the namespace and use their like use keyword then, and then you have to put the model name. So this is the simplest way to import the file, and with that way you can avoid the typos and the mistake in the path also, right? And now the next thing is just simply use this student model and put the all method, and now you will see that we are getting the old data from the database. Perfect. Now let's take a student's variable and pass this data to the view. For that we have to write the return statement with the view method, and in this view method we can simply use the name of the view, which is students. Now let's see if this is working fine or not. So if we'll come there, you can see there is nothing to display. Why? Because if we just go to this view, there is nothing to display. I'll use their h1 tag and simply mention there, let's say, student data list. Perfect. So now I want to render this list here. For that we have to pass this data to the view, and how we can pass, simply use their array in a second parameter and use any key. Let's say I'm using their students, and then simply you can use this variable also like this. Now this data is passed, and how you can access, you just simply need to use this key as a variable. So if you will just put their data, then you have to use their data only. Keep in mind, this variable will not work. This key should be used as a variable there. So now to just show you, I'll use their double curly braces, print R, and I'll use their dollar students. And if I just refresh this, you can see that we are getting the old data. If you just want to format it, we can simply use the pre tag, and now you will also have the data. But now here I want to render the list of the data, not like in the array format or something. So for that, what we need to do, you can just comment it out or you can remove and simply use @ for each, and there simply you can use students as student dollar student, right? And these braces are also not required, @ for each and for each, that we need to use there, right? And for each, and there what we need to do, first of all, let's take list outside this, and now inside this we can simply use the list, and inside this list use the double curly braces, that means the template literal, and then simply use student and the key name, which is the name, city, and email and something, right? So let me save it, and if I just refresh, now you can see that we are getting the list. So we have few other things also to display, like say email and then city, and if I just refresh it again, okay, city is not working. Okay, this is not written properly. Yep, now you can see that. But these seems a single list. We cannot identify like these three details are belongs to the one user, these details are belongs to the one user. So for that, what you can use, you can again create a list there, and inside this list use the li, and now you have to put it like this, and now you can see that the data properly, right? So this is the one group, this is the another, and so on. So now let's see, if you want to show them in proper list, we can just take the help from the chat GPT, so that we will not spend much time on the style. So let me just put there and add style to this list of Laravel view, and it will take just few seconds. Yeah, meanwhile, one interview question which is very important, how we can pass data from controller to the view with that way, and how we can access it. We have to use its key as the um, variable, right? So I think data should be there. So now I can just copy this. If this is done, yep, I can copy and simply paste it there. If I just refresh, now you can see that we are getting the proper data, right? So this is the way that how we can get data from that database and display it over the UI. So if you have any confusion, any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this part, guys.